Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the conclusion of chapter 1. Chapter 1 has been 47 videos, 47 vlogs, the last 47 days of a 90-day journey in which I have lost 10 kilos. That is 10.8 kilo in pounds, approximately 22 pounds. I have showed you every single day what I ate, what I meal prepped, how many calories, etc., etc. Protein, fats, and carbs. Now, I want to see with you the numbers because I told you I had lost 10.8 kilo. But the truth is, I actually lost more than 18 kilos. I lost more than 18 kilos. Let's look at the numbers. If we take the last column, which is the most important, it is the weight. Here, this is my weight. Every day I enter my weight and I wake up in the morning. I am 72.2 from 72.9 the day before. I lost 700 grams. This is the system who calculates this column here. I didn't touch anything. So every time I lose weight or gain weight, for example, here I was at 69.35. I did not lose anything since the morning before, and then the day after I woke up and I was 50 grams heavier because I weighed 69.4. All right, so if we filter here and we only ask for every single day that we've lost weight minus, you're going to see everything in green here. We're going to select that specific column and we're going to find 18 kilos were lost in 90 days. All right, this is gigantic. This is, I don't even know what 18 is in pounds. It is, it's almost 40 pounds in 3 months, 39.6 pounds. This is a lot. Okay, now let's look at how much we gained, because let's remember that not every day was a loss. Not every day was at zero, so maintenance. Sometimes I did gain weight. Not a lot of times. I think 18 times I gained weight. Let's see, this is not a lot. But this here, we have 7.9 kilo. And 7.9 times 2.2 is exactly 17 pounds. So that's why if you actually take 7.9, you subtract it from 18 kilos. That's why I told you that I was really 10 kilo under. So this is, so we're clear. In 90 days, losing 10 kilos or 22 pounds is what we call an aggressive cut. An aggressive cut is when we lose way more than a pound a week. If I lost 800 grams a week on average, because 10 kilo divided by 12 weeks, that's about 2 pounds a week. So I lost 2 pounds a week for 90 days. Calories. And this is going to be very interesting because towards the end, I had to eat less. The smaller I was getting, the less calories I needed because, well, I was smaller. And the smaller you are, the less calories you need. So you need to really be careful with every week, making sure you're going down a little more. And that's why meal prepping really helps, because my meal preps, whatever is in this container, whatever is going to be in this container, the whole day is prepped. I have about 800 calories for 3 meals. Obviously, that's not all I eat, but I know that these 800 calories, that's lean protein, vegetables, starch, everything that I need to be feeling full, feeling satisfied and fed. Then I add a little something, a little cheese, a little fruit, I add bread, I add whatever I want to add to it. To have that in the fridge, it means it guarantees me a calorie deficit because half of the day is already counted. Now, I can go wrong on what I'm going to add. Too much bread, doesn't matter. But this is the reason why I was able to do an aggressive cut, because I meal prep. It is pretty good, especially because I'm short. I'm petite, okay? I'm not 6 foot tall at all. So I'm like 1 kilo, 2 pounds on my body. You'll see it straight away, right? So I ate an average, let's take a look at the average calorie of 1,735 calories. You see the average here. 1,735 is very reasonable. It's not an aggressive cut. But in terms of calorie, that's deducted from the food. But I was very active. I was very, very active. We're going to take a look at the amount of steps that I took for 90 days. And some days I didn't walk, some days I walked a lot. Here, steps, you have a column here. So the column steps is an average of 16,098 steps. Pretty good. It's a lot. It's a lot more than the 10,000 that they tell you that you should be taking every day to be healthy. So that put me in a deficit, definitely. Now let's take a look at the macros. So the protein, we have an average of 341 calories that came from protein, which is very low. And then in terms of fat, I have 634 calories coming from fat every day. We're going to take a look at a very important column in chronometer. So the system that I use to enter every single thing that crosses, that gets into my system. Okay, every single morsel of food goes into chronometer. I do not leave anything untracked, meaning I have a spoon of peanut butter. No, I don't do that. I put the peanut butter jar on the scale, then I measure whatever was taken out of it, which is the tablespoon. And that's 17 grams that nobody wants to count because it's only a tablespoon of peanut butter. Well, it's about something like 90 calories. It's 90 calories or something like that. So it needs to be entered. Okay, so that's for the tracking. I eat a piece of chocolate every night, and I ate it in front of you during chapter 1. I was having chocolate every night, pretty much. And sometimes I had biscuits and I had cake, or those little, commercial croissants that are filled with chocolate cream, whatever. Every single time I ate that, I put in chronometer. And the daily amount of calories that I put in from that, I put it in my system. Do you know how many calories came from desserts? So unnecessary calories to feed your cells, to feed your body, because it's not that healthy. Let's all be honest. It's healthy for the heart, for the soul, for the happiness levels, but not healthy necessarily for your body. Okay, we're talking about, look at that, 24,424 calories came from there. This is the sum. This is the average. 274 calories came from every day, from a dessert, from chocolate, from biscuits, from whatever. 24,424 calories. You know it takes 7,700 calories to lose 1 kilo, or 3,500 calories to lose 1 pound, right? That's 3 kilos. I could have reached my goal weight of 59 if I did not have my dessert, because 24,000 divided by 3, that's 7 point something, meaning I could have lost all the weight. Doesn't matter, I'm happy. I still reached a very low weight compared to what I was starting at. And I really needed, when I had my little chocolate, my little croissant, it's because I really needed it. The quality of my sleep wasn't the best. If you look here, you're gonna see a lot of, this is chronic insomnia every day. That night I slept good, insomnia. I slept good, then insomnia. So I had a lot of insomnia. And yes, I track it because tracking your sleep is super important to understand why you're not necessarily losing a lot of weight. Because if you sleep, weight loss happens during your sleep. Well, your body's going to be rested, repaired, and you're going to lose weight. You're going to be less hungry the day after. Me, because I wasn't really sleeping great, obviously that didn't help reach my goal. I missed my goal by 3 kilos. I wanted to be 59. I was 62.05. Let's say 62. What could I have done to reach that 59 kilo? That's very important. Cool. Very easy. 3 things. Obviously, sleeping better would have been great, but that's I'm not sure it's that important. 3 things. Number 1, not have any dessert, or having it like once a week instead of eating 24,424 calories worth of dessert. That would have been the 3 kilo gone. Number 2, instead of meal prepping only Monday to Thursday, I should have meal prepped Monday to Sunday every single day. I should have had a prep ready, because whenever I was meal prepping, I always got better results. On Thursday, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I was eating pizza, remember? Whereas if I had prepped, I would have gone a lot quicker. So I should have meal prepped every single day, every 4 days, new cycle of meal prep until I reached my goal. My goal would have been reached a lot earlier, especially if I didn't have dessert. And then lastly, I'd say, to be honest, that would have been more than sufficient. That would have been really, really, really sufficient. But it's incredible when you look at the numbers and you see the actual loss. Like, let's look at my curve, okay? My curve is good. Look at this. Look, this is my weight loss. Yeah, okay, look at this here. This is OMAD. This is when I started I wanted to fast to make sure I would sleep more. And then, woo! So this is a mistake. OMAD was a mistake in February because it's not the month to be starting a fast. That's why I regained whatever I started before OMAD. I went back to it, and then I didn't give up. So then I meal prepped, and I ate 2 or 3 meals a day, and I gained a little bit, gained a little bit. But every time, so the beginning was very, very good, right? And it always happens like this. And then at some stage it gets a bit harder, slows down. Ooh. Okay, look at that trend line. That line is going downwards. That trend line here, you see this trend line, the pink line, it goes down. That's all you want to know. So here, I wanted to lose 72. Oh, you can put it in pounds if you want. Let's do it. Pounds. I don't know what 72.85 is in times 2.2, 160. And say I wanted to be at 59. I think that's 130. Let's see. Okay, so 160, I wanted to be at 130, so 30-pound weight loss. And here we have 90 days. So maybe I wanted to lose this in 50 days, would have had to do a 2100 deficit, daily deficit. That's crazy. But 90 days, 1,167 calories per day. Mostly achieved through calorie deficit and food, 1,735 calories average. That's not my maintenance. My maintenance is approximately 2,000 something, maybe 100, 2,200 calories. So that was a good 500 calories less. But do know that I started not eating that much in a deficit. It's in the 47 videos that you saw towards the end when I got smaller that I had to restrict more, because you have to cut that 100, 200 calories every day. If you're smaller, your body doesn't need as much energy. So you will plateau. And in order not to plateau, I had to restrict more. But I also walked a lot more than usual. So as much as I can't really calculate the calorie expenditure through walking, that's very hard to do. Food is easy, exercise is hard. I walked more. So that's where I went to get my calorie deficit. And walking is a very good way to lose weight because it's not going to make you hungry. Not like running, not like swimming. It is going to be a lot easier on the joint as well if you're very heavy. I will say something. I didn't do any cardio. If I had done cardio, I probably would have lost maybe another 3 kilo just with cardio on its own. But I would have definitely felt better with cardio. Endorphins would have been released and I would have been happier, meaning maybe, I'm not even sure, but maybe I wouldn't have needed to have chocolate at night like I did, or those little croissants. Maybe those hormones of happiness, because they really, really are seriously important. Cardio will help you with feeling happy. Maybe not necessarily with your weight loss, but because you're going to feel happy, you might not need that food crutch that I had in the 24,424 calories worth of chocolate and biscuits and everything like that. So that's important to note. Honestly, would I have done anything different to lose weight? Yeah, I would have meal prepped every single day. I would have, instead of 4 days on 7, I would have done cycles of 4 days, 4 days, 4 days. I would have tried to maybe lower a little bit the chocolate intake, maybe those croissants, not even have them in the house. That's not my decision though. And I definitely could have tried a little bit of cardio. Not every day, no, but like 20 minutes once a day, once a week, maybe twice a week, just to get those endorphins kicking. And remember, winter, not the best time to lose weight because it's winter and winter is hard. So on that note, I have had a really good time doing chapter 1. I'm so glad that I showed you the second half of it, the harder part of it. Now I'm going to start chapter 2. I'm going to release the videos now because chapter 2 is going to be different. I did want to go to 59, so we'll finish that. 59 kilo, 130 pounds. Chapter 2 is going to be different. There's not going to be any scale. No more knowing exactly how many calories. And so the reporting is going to be different. And none of that. No meal prep. So we'll have to rely on my knowledge only of what needs to be eaten. And that is going to be difficult because it's not because you eat healthy that you're guaranteed to lose weight. If you are not in a calorie deficit, it's going to be very hard to lose weight because weight loss comes from calorie deficit. So very easy. You want to weight loss, you want to lose weight. So it's very easy. You want to lose weight, be in a calorie deficit, understand what calories are, track, and then you'll be able to lose weight, guaranteed. Guaranteed. And if you're not losing weight guaranteed, it's either because you're not tracking well, you're not using a scale. If you're not using this, you're not tracking. You think you're tracking, you're not tracking. Only the scale, the digital scale, that's very precise, will give you the right result. And so you're either not tracking well, or there is a problem and you need to go see a doctor, because if you are not losing weight on a calorie deficit and you know exactly because you track every single morsel that goes into your system, your body, then you need to go check your hormones or something underlying condition, and you have to go maybe to a doctor. But you have to try first to tracking your calories. Track your calories, understand how they work, and then you will be able to, you'll do it. You'll lose weight. Anyways, on that note, I'm going to leave you. I'll publish tomorrow the first video. Video will be like chapter 2, and we're going to get to that 59. Okay, that we didn't reach in chapter 1. We will get to chapter 2 together. And in the meantime, I hope everything is great in your life and that you're having a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.